Hi, my name is River Wolfston, and I am your counselor in Canyons Online. Today, I want to share with you a little spot learns about, or a little spot learns kind words. It's about kindness. Written and illustrated by Diane Albert. Her books can be found on Amazon Kindle, or her website, dianealbert.com. There's also a lot of supplemental materials that go along with these books that can be found on her website. I highly recommend that you go and check it out. Hi, kids. Have you ever been told to use kind words? Let's see some examples of some kind words. I'm sorry. Well done. You are kind. You're amazing. You are right. Thank you for helping me. I love you. I forgive you. You are a great friend. You make me smile. You belong. Tell me more. I appreciate you. I want to help. Good thinking. You are fun. Let's share. You are patient. And the kids say, in answer to this question, all the time. I think a lot of us have been asked to use kind words. That is because kind words make you and others feel happy, confident, calm, and loved. Think of how awesome it would be if we all heard kind words every day. Kind words like honest and amazing, talented, fantastic, great, caring, smart, strong, confident, friendly, loving, happy, kind, and brave. And our spots here are the peaceful spot, spot of confidence, spot of happiness, spot of love. Kind words should not only be said to each other, but to ourselves too. You played a great game. And then he looks at himself in the mirror. You played a great game. The more kind words you say to yourself, the bigger your confidence spot grows, and the easier it will be to say kind words to others. So the kinder you are to yourself, the kinder or the easier it will be to be kind to other people. You are kind. You're talented. You are amazing. Confidence is one of the many emotions that can affect the words you say. When you have positive feelings, it can cause positive thoughts. And positive thoughts can help you think of kind words to say. This person is awesome. You're awesome. See, positive thoughts equals kind words. I'm peaceful spot. I show up when you are feeling calm and focused. I'm confidence spot. I show up when you are feeling proud and included. I'm happiness spot. I show up when you are feeling joy and hopeful. I'm love spot. I show up when you are feeling valued and cherished. Have you noticed that when you are frustrated or upset, mean words seem to be the only thing you can think of? When these feelings turn into big emotions, it can make it harder to say kind words. I'm so angry that person made us lose the game. I can't think of anything nice to say to them. I can't believe someone would be so mean to me. I feel so sad. I'm not sure how to make this situation better. When big emotions happen, they can cause negative thoughts, which can turn into mean words. Here's a negative thought. This person is really annoying. You're annoying. A negative thought went into mean words. I'm an angry spot. I show up when you are feeling frustrated and annoyed. I'm anxiety spot. I show up when you are feeling insecure and worried. I'm sadness spot. I show up when you are feeling hurt or upset. In fact, big emotions can hide all of the kind words in your brain. That's why it is tough to think of kind words when you are angry. No kind words, mean words only. Perfect hiding spot. It's going to sit on all the kind words so nobody can find them. One way to easily see your kind words again is to find your peaceful spot. Peaceful spot. I was looking for you. Here's all the kind words. Release the kind words. Amazing, honest, fantastic, talented, caring, smart. Great, strong, friendly, loving, kind, and brave. All those friendly, kind words. My favorite way to find a peaceful spot is by taking deep breaths. I like to pretend I'm smelling a flower and blowing a bubble. And if you have read the Peaceful Spot book or listened to the Peaceful Spot book, you'll know what we're talking about. If not, go ahead and look at that book and then you can know more about this. Every time you visualize smelling a flower and blowing a bubble, your angry spot will start to shrink. Once you're calm, saying kind words is easy. So if you start up here with a big angry spot and you smell a flower and blow a bubble, every time you do that, and finally, I am calm and I am kind. So even if someone is mean to you, you still need to do you still need to use kind words? Yes, because saying mean words does not equal kind words. Mean plus mean equals more mean. Mean plus kind equals kind of a little bit better. Two mean comments become a very angry situation. By choosing to say something kind instead, you can make the situation better. We have so many thoughts every day. Some thoughts can be mean and some can be kind. Excuse me. And sometimes it's hard to know which one to say. Thought, and then mean thought. Thought, and a mean thought. Thought, a mean thought. That's why it's important to think before you speak. And when words are like this, spelled out in all capitals with the periods between, THINK, that usually means it's an acronym, so it's going to stand for something. When you think before you speak, you can avoid saying something hurtful or unkind. Here are some big questions to ask yourself before you say something. Thought, think, speak. T, is it true? Is this a fact, an opinion, or a feeling? An example of an opinion would be if someone said something was weird or gross. Those words can be hurtful. H, is it helpful? Does it help you, them, or the situation? If not, it should stay as a thought and not be spoken. I, is it inspiring? Does it make someone feel better about themselves or the situation? If not, it should stay as a thought and not be spoken. N, is it necessary? Does the person really need to hear what you have to say? If not, it should stay as a thought and not be spoken. K, is it kind? Are you using words to describe someone or something in a positive way? If not, it should stay as a thought and not be spoken. So just because you think something doesn't mean that you need to say it. Talking about someone's appearance in general can be tricky. Depending on what you say, it can either be hurtful or helpful. So I like to use the 10-second fix-it rule. If they can fix it in 10 seconds, you can point it out like, if they have food on their face, they can easily wipe it away. If they have a hair out of place, they can easily move it to the side. If they have a bug on their head, they can easily swat it away. If they cannot fix it in 10 seconds, like someone's weight, the size of their ear or nose, etc., that thought should remain in your head and not be spoken. Sometimes you can say something that isn't mean, but it sounds bossy. People don't like to be talked to in a demanding way. That is why you use the words please and thank you as much as possible. These two words can help make what you say sound nicer. I like to call these words spotastic words. I think that's a word that Miss Albert has come up with. Spotastic words. You can say please to show kindness when you want something. So please. Can I have some more water? You can say thank you when you want to show someone you are grateful. Thank you. Thanks for this apple pie. It's not apple pie. Thanks for this apple. Silly River. Okay, let's try it. Turn bossy into nice. Okay, so these ones are going to be the bossy ones, and these are going to be a little bit nicer. Go away. Let's try. Can you please leave me alone right now? Go get that. Well, let's see if we can make it a little bit nicer. Can you please get that? No. No, thank you. Now. Can you please help me now? That's mine. Can you please give it back? See, there's a big difference between bossy and nice. This person. No. Or she can say it a little bit nicer. No, thank you. Did you know that voice, volume, and tone can completely change how someone hears kind words? So let's give that an example. I'm so happy for you. Or, I'm so happy for you. Which one sounds like they're really happy? Kind words can become mean just by how you say them. This is called sarcasm. Some people use sarcasm to be funny, but most of the time it's very hurtful and should not be used. In a high happy tone and volume, this can mean that you're very thankful when you say it like this. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. In a low tone and volume, it can mean you are not thankful at all. See, the difference in how you say it changes the meaning. Compliments. Compliments can be a great way to use kind words. Compliments can make someone feel great about themselves. You could compliment someone on their colorful pencil or their cool shoes. But if you compliment someone on an action they have done or what they are, it's much more powerful. Here are some examples. You are so helpful. You are a good friend. I think you are so kind. You are a great teacher. Every day we have the opportunity to use kind words to grow our happiness, love, calm, and confidence spots in ourselves and in others. I can't wait to see how you will spread kindness using kind words. Let's see if they're going to use some kind words for us. Thank you for reading this book. You're a great reader. Can you please read this book again tomorrow? It's one of my favorites. You pick out amazing books to read. All right, now for Beyond the Book Fun. Check out the Learning Spot song and animated videos on Miss Albert's YouTube channel, www.dianealbert.com/pages/music. That's also a great place to find a lot of the other materials that go along with these books. I'm glad that you took the time to read along this book with me, and I hope that you learned something about using kind words. I know that I did, and you are very important and special. I'm glad that you're here in Canyons Online, and I will see you soon.